Hey folks, it's Kat.Beanie and welcome back to another Divergence episode. So as you can see, I am currently at my base and it's still looking a little bit shabby. So what I want to do with this big sandy bit in the middle is take all the sand and sandstone out and get some dirt in there and we'll go from there. That is so far what plan. But first I want to hang up some of these lanterns because I was looking for these chains in the last episode. If you've not seen that, go check out the RTX episode, which is the one before this one. And we shall get going with the rest of the stuff. So let's go hang these up first. I've got a little space over here that I get out. So I want to take out this bit as well. I want to make all this bit dirt. Not quite sure what I want to do with it, but I want it to sort of... Like, I do have a plan, but I'm not sure if I want to share it yet. Well, I have a semblance of a plan. When I say I have a plan, it's like I've basically thought about something for like 5 seconds and think it's a good idea. Whether or not it is a good idea remains to be seen, but we'll figure it out. So obviously, last time we placed the soul sand lanterns in as well. So they're looking kind of cool. Let's get some of these other lanterns because that one's blue. I don't want to be hanging a normal one from there because it would just be too much blue. Too much blue. We got that one hanging there. Have we got any bits over here we could... Nope. Yeah, we could totally... You know what? Could I place one up there? You think? No, I can't do that without... I am too short. You think I can jump up and reach this one? That's better. Right, we got that orange one there. I wish there was more like branches coming out to the sides. They all like go in like the same direction. And all of the ones already have like yellow lanterns on them. This one we could do the other side. That's what could be happening. So check that in there. There we go. See, we're working towards an aesthetic here. Right, is that hanging directly off the tree? Yep, so one chain should be fine. That's cool, that's good. So the trees all seem to go in like the same sort of direction. You don't see like branches coming out the sides. They all sort of go the same way, which I don't know if that's like a typical thing for like cherry trees or, you know, I don't know much about them. Like cherry blossom trees. Like people get confused when Minecraft, well, Mojang first said they were bringing out the cherry blossom trees, thinking that, right, we've got a yellow one there and a blue one there. So what we're hanging from this one? I will do blue. Right. Yeah, so some people like got confused when they said they were first bringing out the cherry blossom trees. Like, oh, you could have added cherries to the game. It's like, that's not how cherry blossom trees work, my friend. Right, we'll neglect that one. That one hanging over there. We could do it like a drop hanging one from this one. There we go. What do you think? Too much lanterns? Nah, not enough lanterns. I don't think you can ever have enough lanterns. Especially when they're like hanging from stuff like this. They look so pretty and twinkly and nice and showing off that I'm a big... I mean, girls are allowed to like pretty things. They're also allowed to like, you know, what people perceive to be masculine things. And vice versa. Always gets me the whole, you know, gender hoo-ha. So, I have brought some things up with the other content creators in the Discord. Because there are a few rules that I would, well, not so much rules, but there are a few things that I would like to see implemented in the next series. And if the world keeps going the way it's going and increasing in size exponentially as it has been, That could be sooner rather than later, we just don't know, but obviously the first season is a bit of a crapshoot, so we'll find out eventually. But so the first thing like I have suggested is not having the realm on pure survival mode. Not to say that we won't 100% be playing in survival mode, but for the fact that being able to record in spectator mode, which I believe, I could be wrong, I believe you would need to be able to access creative mode to use the spectator mode. But it would make recording some things so much easier, and make recording some time lapses and stuff so much more beneficial for everybody, which I think is just a positive aspect. I've also suggested skip the night mod, so if one person sleeps, I forgot about this bit again. If one person sleeps on the realm, it skips night for everybody, which is a common thing that a lot of SMPs use, including like Hermitcraft and, you know, less famous ones. It is something that is quite commonly used by lots of people, and if achievements are turned off anyway, the issue of, you know, negating the pure survival aspect anyway is, well, not to use the same word again, but negated, essentially. So, I'm going to put the dirt there just now. The third one is that creators, because this is obviously an SMP to put out creator content, that the creators put out at least 2 videos a month, which I don't think is asking a lot. That can be in the form of a pre-recorded video like this one is, or a live stream, because obviously content creators like Sugar and Ho and Married in Minecraft and Diggin have all sort of predominantly done live stream themed. Look, it's parts of my old base. I love finding bits like that. Have all sort of predominantly done live streams as opposed to pre-recorded videos, which, you know, is fine. I've been getting more into live streams as well. I think it's like a great way to do things. Plus, you don't have the stress of editing unless you want to like record your live stream and then edit it and then like post it out as a video later on as well. So I don't think 2 videos a month is too bad, and that's obviously doesn't have any, you know, thingy on time, whether it's like I want to say predominantly long form videos, so not a short, but anything from like 10 minutes to however many hours you want to make it. Be ideal, just like so that we're using the SMP to create the content that it was intended for. The fourth one is like build bases within a 2000 by 2000 block area from spawn, so that we are not sort of compromising the world size like we are right now, because everybody sort of went off, did their own thing, and some people's bases are quite far away. So for the next one, I would like to keep the bases tighter to spawn so that it keeps the world size smaller for as long as possible, because I would like to stretch these series out over a year ideally. But we need to make sure that that is a feasible, you know, achievable goal. Because if everybody's off exploring this, that, and the other, it's going to make things a lot difficult, and it's going to make, you know, lag on the realm more difficult. It's not really been that big of a problem. I mean, there was a lot of lag around the sort of Warden Arena thing, but obviously that was a lot happening at once. The lag has calmed down a lot despite the realm currently being over a gig in size, but I still cannot export the realm. Every time I export it, there is no tangible file size, so I can't share it with anybody, including the other Divergence. I can't save it, I can't back it up if anything happens to the realm because of Minecraft server crashes or whatever. Then we are absolutely at the mercy of, you know, Minecraft and my computer not screwing up. Like, I can back up a copy to my Minecraft account, but if something were to happen with my computer again and I needed to reset my computer, I would then lose that copy. So my sort of worst fear at the minute is something happening with my computer that I need to completely reset it, while simultaneously something happening with Mojang and Realms and stuff where it completely crashes and we lose everything, because that would just be horrific. I would like to be able to export this realm and share it with other people when it's finished, so that other people can obviously have access to the world file and come on, see what we've done, play around with it themselves, which would be my ideal grasp on the situation. But anyway, that's a whole other problem. Hopefully Mojang gets that sorted out. I would like to use an unknown seed next time. We did get this seed from Cracked Magnet, and it is an amazing seed. It's pretty awesome. But one of the things that happened before we got onto the stream was that everybody had access to the seed number, and a lot of like chunk base stuff was going on, I believe. And like, I'm not saying I've not used chunk base myself, but I most definitely have. But I think it would be better going forward if the seed was, you know, unknown to everybody. I just load up a completely, you know, new world from the get-go, and everybody sets out and finds a spot to make their base within the appropriate border size, so that no one has an unfair advantage of being able to look up a desirable spot to place their base beforehand. And the last thing was starting the seed, like the Divergence being able to have access to the seed before the first episode, because this time around we did have people were able to load up the seed number and, you know, have a look on their own thing, but nobody was on the actual realm, the survival realm, prior to the first episode. And I think it would actually be better for everyone involved if we already got like a head start, if that's what they wanted to do. So maybe open the seed up like a week before recording starts, or a week before the first episode drops, so that people can, you know, get the basics, you know, get some wood, get some maybe iron, make like a decent mini temporary base before they go off and, you know, find a bit further better base, or, you know, set up a bit at spawn that they can settle down and just like get the lay of the land before everything starts. And that way I hope it would sort of take the nip out of it being I'm in my old bit. This should take me down to that bit should take me down to the cave. If you're new here, this bit is where I first started. I still got the plant. Obviously it's since been covered up. But yeah, down here is where I first started my mini base. Over here. And I've just broke some redstone for my flower farm. Oh my god. Please tell me I can fix it. Is that it? Did I do it? No, I didn't. That's not it. Does it go up there? Is that it fixed? Did I break it? I think that's it. I think it's good. I hope it's good. Well, that didn't work. The water's supposed to... There we go. Okay, and then... Okay, so what did I do? Don't tell me I've broke my flower farm, because I will be really, really annoyed. Right. I don't know if this bit's meant to... Right, so that's for the water, so this should connect to the flower bit, right? It looks like it's trying to dispense something over there, which is what it's meant to do. Okay, you know what? I'll check it with flowers later, but yeah, anyway. So that's what I would like to implement for the next season, because obviously the first season is a bit of a crapshoot. Use it to work things out, and as I said, it's a thingy for... It is a survival realm for content creators. And we have had like a lot of people asking to get on. Obviously we had to ask, well, we didn't exactly ask, but I had to remove someone that couldn't cooperate. And there's been a few other people that like are on the realm that can't currently make content. So obviously that is the reason for some of the rules. Now I completely understand like personal circumstances, and that's not to say that obviously these people are not, you know, welcome or anything like that. Obviously, if there is extenuating circumstances, that is something that will always be taken into account. But if it's like just a case of you're not using the space and not putting out content just because, then that is, you know, something we need to reevaluate. Because there are people that do want, you know, a space and do want to be here and would like to make content that could be using the spaces. And like I also had a conversation with Buster and Sugar like a while ago about potentially having like sort of 2 guests per Divergent, so that they would be able to have their guests come on. There would be another set of rules specifically for guests that they would need to adhere to. So obviously, if the realm was full and there was guests on and you know a Divergent needed to get on to create content or do something else, then obviously a guest would then have to leave to accommodate the Divergent, because you know that's what it's here for. Which I know is a bit crappy if like someone's on and they're playing and like getting into the zone and in the game and stuff like that, and you're like, sorry pal, you're gonna have to ship out, you're gonna have to leave. But on the other side to that, we do need to give priority to the content creators that are like the main members of the group. Well, not the main members, but you know, like the I don't know how to phrase that without sounding offensive, so I'm just gonna not. Because I don't think, like, however, like, whatever way I swing that, because I don't want to be, obviously, derogatory towards, like, our fans or our friends that may come on in the future, so. But I think having guest slots is a good idea, because it will relieve some of the stress surrounding some things that other people would like on the server, which is being able to have, you know, their friends and guests come on without having to have me add them and remove them, and like you know, take down times and dates of when they're going to be on and for what purpose and how long do they need to be there, and this is when I'm going to take them off and all that sort of thing. So it will essentially remove that whole, you know, stress aspect of having to deal with that if we already have like a pre-approved list of, right, these are the people that are allowed to be on at these times. But obviously, if the realm is full and there's more than one guest on and someone has to come off, we would have to look at what then are the rules for which guest has to leave and under what circumstances, because you know, it wouldn't be fair to ask all of the guests to leave if like there's only one spot needed. But on the other side of that, you'd have to look at, right, which guest has been on the longest, you know, and maybe take it as a whoever's been there longer is the one that needs to come off first, or a last in first out policy. But yeah, I really don't know how to sort of implement that at the minute, but like that's why like we put these things up, so we can discuss it and sort it out for next time. Right, we're getting there. I'm going to need a lot more dirt, which means I'm going to have to go far away and find some dirt. Can I take this out? Yeah, cool. Right, so that means I can do these whole bits as well. I mean, the trees should already have dirt blocks underneath them. You know what, I'll just take them all out and then I'll just replace them later, because it just makes things easier instead of me starting and stopping and starting and stopping. As long as I don't accidentally break the pots, but I think I'm using the Silk Touch one. I am. This is the pickaxe that Digging gave me as a thank you. So that was nice. Hey, Buster's on the realm. So, but yeah. So that is the sort of things that I would like to see implemented for the next season. Please let me know what you think about it in the comments, because I would like to know, obviously, get a grasp of, you know, my subscribers' views on the thing, how they feel about it. What rules would you implement if you were running a survival SMP and that sort of thing? So yeah, let me know, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.